Hello, fifth graders. Today we're going to go over word problems, long division with remainders, order of operations, and multiples. So for the first one, it's going to be word problems. It says read and answer each question. So the first question, as I read the problem, I'm just going to underline the keywords that I think it's important. So first it says Jack had $10. So he started with $10 and he bought a pair of socks for $2.30 and a pair of gloves for $5.50. How much money did he have left? So the question is basically answering how much money did he have left after buying after buying socks and gloves. So what's important is that the total amount he started with was $10. And these are the amount he's used. So first, what I'm going to do is find the total amount of money that he used. So to do that, you just have to add $2.30 plus $5.50. So if you add these up, you get $7.80. So that's how much he used in total. Now it's asking how much did he have left after using this much money. So since we started with $10 and we used up $7.80, we're going to subtract these two. So we end up with $2.20. And so how much money did he have left? $2.20. Because he used $7.80 when he had $10. Now for the next section, it's going to be long division, and we're gonna have remainders to keep in mind, and we're gonna find the quotient. So we're gonna go over number 1 and number 3. So to set this up, just like regular division, we just have to make this box. And we write 6,743 in here and 4 here. So the numerator goes inside this, and the 4 and the denominator goes on the outside. Now I'm pretty sure other lessons went over this one, but we're going to go over it again. So 4 goes into 6 one time, so I'm going to place a 1 there. And 4 times 1 is 4, so we place it down here. 6 minus 4 is 2. Next, we're going to bring the 7 down. 4 goes into 27, I believe, 6 times, because 6 times 4 is 24. And we're left with 3. So whenever you subtract, make sure that whatever number you get from after you subtract, it's less than this number. So 3 is less than 4, so I'm doing it correctly. So I'm going to bring the 4 down here again. Now it's just the same process over and over again. It's just repeating. 4 goes into 34 8 times, I believe. 8 times 4 is 32. So I'm going to place 32. If you subtract this 2, and 2 is in fact less than 4, so I'm doing it correctly. Now we place 3 down here. 4 goes into 23 5 times, which is 20. So if you subtract this, we end up with 3, which is less than 4. And since we have nothing else to bring down, this will be a remainder. So on the side, I'm just going to write remainder 3. And so that's basically your answer, 1,685 with a remainder of 3. As this, there's going to be remainders. So now number 3, now let's do the same thing over again. I'm going to make this incomplete box, and I'm going to place the numerator inside of it, 8,731. And I'm going to place the denominator on the outside. So now, again, 2 goes into 8 4 times, and it fits perfectly, so we end up with 0, which is less than 2. And I'm going to bring the 7 down. 2 goes into 7 3 times, so 6, and we end up with 1. So 1 is less than 2, so I'm doing it correctly. We bring the 3 down. 2 goes into 13 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12, so I'm going to bring this down and subtract it. 1 is less than 2. Perfect. Now bring the 1 down. 2 goes into 11 5 times, because 5 times 2 is 10. So we end up with 1. And 1 is less than 2, so and since we have nothing else to bring down, that will be our remainder. So it's 4,365, remainder of 1. So I just breezed through it, and I'm pretty sure you can do the rest as well. So now the third section, it'll be order of operations, and we're going to find the answer to each question. So to keep in mind when you're using order of operations, we're going to keep this acronym in mind called PEMDAS, which is an easy way to memorize which operation to do first. So P stands for parentheses, E for exponents, N for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, S for subtraction. And this is the order we're going to do it. So parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication and division, then we have addition and subtraction. So now let's look at number 3. We're going to go over number 3 and 5. So it says 2 times 9 plus 8 times 5 plus 35 in parentheses. So we see. I'm gonna go down this list. So the first is P parentheses. Do I see any parentheses? Yes, we do. So we're gonna do the operation inside the parentheses first. So we're gonna do this inside, which is 5 plus 35, which is 40. So let me just rewrite it on the side. So it's 2 times 9 plus 8 times 40. Now we're going to look at the next list, which is exponents. Is there any exponents here? And the answer is no. Next, do we see multiplication? And yes, we do. So we have a multiplication over here, 2 times 9, and we also have this. So I'm going to go from left to right. So 2 times 9 would be 18. 2 times 9 is 18. And 8 times 40 is 320. So now we're left with 18 plus 320, which we can just add. I'm just going to do this on the side. 3. So we ended with 338. So this should be our answer to number 3. So what's important about order of operation is that if we don't go in this order, if we don't go in the PEMDAS order, you're going to have a completely different answer, which is going to be incorrect. So to get the correct answer, you have to follow this order step by step and not to miss any calculations along the way. So now look at number 5. 1 times 4 plus 2 plus 31 parentheses divided by 1. Okay, well, first of all, parentheses, that's the first thing in PEMDAS as a P. So we're going to do this operation inside the parentheses. 2 plus 31, which is 33. Just going to write this on the side again. 1 times 4 plus 33 divided by 1. Now, exponents is on the next, but we have now exponents, so we're just going to go down to multiplication. So multiplication over here, we see 1 times 4 over here, so we can say this is 4. And I'm going to rewrite it, 4 plus 33 divided by 1. Next, after multiplication, we have division, so we're going to do 33 divided by 1, which is just 33. 4 plus 33, which is 37. So that is your final answer for number 5. Okay, now let's go over multiples. This is very easy, so I'm just going to go over this quickly. It says find the first 5 multiples of each whole number. So multiple is where you're just multiplying this number to each whole number. So it says first 5. So the first 5 whole numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to these numbers, all we're going to do is, so for number 1, we're trying to find the multiple of number 8. So we're going to multiply 1 to 8, 2 to 8, 3 to 8, and 4 to 8, and 5 to 8. That's basically what multiples is. So 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is 32, 8 times 5 is 40. So these are your 5 multiples. Your first 5. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Now let's look at number 10. It's just the same thing. Since first 5, we're going to multiply to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to multiply to 5. And this is pretty easy. 20. Just easy multiplication over here. And this is basically just your 5 multiples of 10. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And that's it for today.